Hey everyone, it's Crimson. Thanks for watching. Uh, I just want to do a few videos, probably a series, I'm not sure, maybe 2 or 3 videos on the free downloadable mod C-130 Hercules from Anubis. It's actually quite fantastic with a lot of potential. It's not perfect, it's a work in progress, but there is a ton of amazing things that they've done with this mod, and I can see the sky's the limit with what they've envisioned, and you can kind of see as you walk through the various aspects of it, the potential that it has. And so I wanted to do some videos. There's not a lot of documentation out there, not a lot of tutorials or information, and I've played a lot with this mod. I've tried a bunch of different things and I've learned a lot, and I wanted to share that information with you all in a series of videos. So hopefully you appreciate that and get a chance to learn this mod. I actually am having a ton of fun with it. I'm kind of obsessed with it, to be honest with you. So hopefully I can impart that passion on you as I move forward. So in this first video, what I want to do is I'm not going to do a startup and taxi and takeoff. What I want to do is just familiarize you with the various stations of the C-130 mod. There's 4 basic stations, and they're all accessible via the keyboard 1, 2, 3, and 4. So right now I'm in the cockpit, the flight deck. I'm in the captain or pilot station, and got track IR here. I can look around. In a future video, I'll walk through all the different controls, how to start it up, what the different buttons do. There's a lot of clickable components to this cockpit. So it's definitely got some aspects of high fidelity aircraft in DCS where you can click on switches, you can access controls and different flight systems using the mouse to click through, which is really cool. But there's a lot of stuff that isn't implemented, and that's fine too. I think like I said, there's a lot of potential with this module. So this is the captain's seat or the pilot station. If I hit 2, you'll see I'll switch over to the copilot station. And with that, we've got a lot of the same systems and controls, redundant flight controls, etc. So this is the copilot station. Also on the flight deck, if I switch back to the pilot station, if you look to my left, there's another station there. That is not playable. It doesn't look very interesting. Looks like there's some notebooks, some binders, so not a lot going on there, but in the future, perhaps that could be a playable station as well. But on the flight deck, we've got the pilot and the co-pilot 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So that's pretty interesting. So now I'm going to go to station 3. If I hit the 3, now I'm at what's called the Loadmaster station. The Loadmaster, when you first jump into the Loadmaster position, you are facing forward, so the flight deck is directly in front of me. And if you look to my left, you can see the crew entrance door and set of stairs. And if I go external, you can see those stairs right there. So you can get a perspective of where the Loadmaster is facing forward toward the flight deck, toward the front of the aircraft, and can look left and right. And with my tracker, I can turn all the way around 180 degrees, and I'm looking backwards aft at the cargo ramp and door behind me. So I found that with this station, there's really a couple, maybe 2 or 3 things that can be done here right now. I think once again, in the future, this can be improved. Most important thing I found is actually the ability to close the crew entrance door. So the crew entrance door, open and close. For a long time, I spent many minutes, more than that maybe, trying to figure out how to close the dang crew door. Well, it turns out the Loadmaster is the only one who can access this. It's actually clickable, and when I go through the startup and pre-taxi procedure video later on, I'll show how to shut that door. The Loadmaster can also close the ramp and the door. So this ramp behind me here, But we're going to save that for the cargo ramp station, which is station 4 in this module. So we'll go into that in just a minute. So the most important job of the loadmaster at this point is shut the crew door, possibly close the ramp, and then in the dark, actually you can manipulate internal lighting. And when I do my startup and pre-taxi video, I will do it in the dark and I'll show how you can manipulate the lighting systems. It's actually really cool. So this lighting turns on and it can light up the entire cargo bay, and it's well done, very well done. So we'll go through that in a minute. None of these other things are clickable here. So that leads me to my final station, which is the cargo ramp station. Once again, I land at the cargo ramp station facing forward. So the flight deck is here. To my left is a parachute door. To my right is another parachute door. And this creepy dude, you're going to see this creepy dude quite a bit. I don't know why he's here, but he's kind of fun. And I'll show you how to manipulate these doors to open and shut these doors in a future video. But that's an important role of the cargo ramp station. And then with my track IR, it's kind of hard to rotate to the left, but if I rotate around here to the right, you can see this is the ramp and the door. And then this panel here manipulates this door. And it's actually easier for me to turn all the way around to my left with my track IR and zoom in, and then I can manipulate the pump, the pressure of the pump, and then I'm able to close the ramp and the door with these controls here. And that appears to be the only clickable information here. And in a future video, I'll show you how to set the pressure and then manipulate the ramp and the door. All in all, really cool that we have multiple stations. This is the first aircraft. I mean, you have the F-14, and then hopefully in the future you got the F-15E, which will have a multi-crew. But this is really multi-crew at its finest, where you've got multiple roles. You've got the pilot, the co-pilot, the loadmaster, and the cargo ramp station personnel within the aircraft. And I think it shows that there's a lot of potential here in the future to have a multiplayer, multi-role plane like this. And I think in the future I will do some videos. You can load this cargo bay with all kinds of cool stuff. You can load it with Humvees. You can load it with things that you're going to drop, like weapons that you'll drop, tanks. And there's a lot of potential for this plane as a supply and logistics plane within the DCS world. And it's free right now. I would pay for this if it was a little more complete. So I think Animus has something going on here that's really special, and really excited about this. So thanks for watching. Future videos, we're going to do startup procedures, we're going to do pre-taxi, and then we'll do taxi and takeoff. So stay tuned. Really cool potential with this plane. I hope everyone gets a chance to download it and install it. And thanks for watching. This is Crimson. Take care, and we'll talk to you later.